Crolister, the master opponent. Hi guys, Crolister here with a thoughts video, explaining my thoughts on gaming updates throughout this year and what I think will come in the upcoming year. This year, as you can see from the picture I made, was awful. And I mean awful. Especially where gaming is concerned. So, yeah. I have no doubt whatsoever, nor do a lot of others, that next year will be significantly better. I even made a poll on my DeviantArt asking my fans if they were confident that next year will be better, and about 10 people voted, and every single one of them said yes, so it's hard to see how you couldn't agree with me. So I'm going to talk about in this video what I think about what was going on that was so terrible this year, resulting in delays and leaks, and some thoughts on some exciting stuff we can look forward to in the upcoming year. I'll talk a little bit about the Game Awards as well. So enjoy my artwork and my discussion, and let's get into it, shall we? One of my favorite franchises outside of Nintendo is Spyro. The original Spyro the Dragon was the first game I ever played, so it has a place in my heart for nostalgia. And if you may recall, back in January, Activision and Toys for Bob teased the development of Spyro's next game, which we're going to call Spyro 4 for the moment. And it seemed like it would be, well, for the Year of the Dragon, as it was in the Chinese Lunar Year. Then shortly afterward, we got the news that Microsoft fired about 40% of Toys for Bob's employees, and it's very likely that some fired were the game's key creators. My personal guess. And that would easily screw up the development of the game. We did get word that Toys for Bob left Activision and Microsoft and are now their own company, and there's no promising that they're gonna be able to sustain the Crash and Spyro franchises for long up ahead. My Charizard, Damon, as you can see in the picture, is confident that Spyro is on the edge. I mean, we haven't gotten any updates for Crash Team Rumble. That game died a very short death from what I gather. Unless I'm just not paying attention to what's up in the franchise in terms of news. And I know some people are going to argue with me that Spyro 4 is still going to happen. I want to think so. Believe me, I do. I'm just a nitpicking pessimist. And while there is still the Game Awards this year, I doubt they're going to announce a new Spyro game at the Game Awards this year. Believe me, Crolister, Spyro's franchise is gonna die, again, and indefinitely. Just you wait and see. That was Damon talking. Somebody please tell my Charizard that he's wrong. Please. The Pokemon franchise was also not spared this year. We did get the announcement that the next main Pokemon game, Pokemon Legends ZA, will be releasing in the upcoming year. And while some people were confident that we were going to still get more content throughout the year and at least one trailer, it's coming to light that no, we're going to have to wait until the upcoming year. And literally all we have this year is Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket. What makes matters worse is that Game Freak were struck with what we're calling the Tera Leak. And a plethora of valuable information about upcoming games and some cut content from older Pokemon games was dumped onto the internet, including screenshots. If you dare show those on YouTube in your own video, you can bet Nintendo's gonna take you down for that. Reporting on the matter, though, is alright, so. You know, the Tera Leak happened, we saw a bunch of cut content from older Pokemon games that were really missed potential, to be honest. And we also know a few hints about the upcoming games as well. which is very unfortunate because, you know, data miners and hackers are legitimately breaking the law, and it ruins the spirit of people being excited for upcoming games. So, some people even think the Tera Leak is why we're not getting at least one ZA trailer this year. They think the Tera Leak delayed it and made it so that we have to wait until the upcoming year to see the first official bit of the game. And, you know, that's awful. What were the people that were doing this thinking? Everybody knows dang sure that Nintendo are the strictest company in the world about their intellectual properties. It never fails. If you leak Nintendo's info about upcoming games that the world is not supposed to know about yet, they're gonna attack you, and you're gonna be ran out of your business for good. As a matter of fact, we're barely allowed to do long plays of Nintendo games anymore. As well, Nintendo started deleting videos and channels for gameplay videos of their more recent games, starting with Famicom Detective Club 3, Emio the Smiling Man. So if you want to do a long play of a Nintendo game, either wait a few months before you do it, or play the game without showing the final stages. Because Nintendo are getting more and more protective as they grow along. And they're a company you are not to mess with. You can't abuse their characters publicly. I mean, innocent fan art is alright. You just can't do any kind of abusive matters, modding games, data mining. All of that is illegal, and you sure as hell know that, people. Why the hell are you messing with Nintendo if you know you're gonna go through hell if you do? You can't say that on YouTube. Hell is a cuss word. Data miner is also a cuss word, Damon. Seriously, I hate leaks. I would love it if the next Smash game, etc., were to come out with no leaks at all. Seriously. Alright, so let's talk about one update about the Pokemon franchise that we did, in fact, get a little more recently. Pokémon Works, which is the studio that was hinted at before, is now officially confirmed. Having some staff from Game Freak and some staff from ILCA, Pokémon Works is a studio that will mainly be working on the spinoff games and the games on mobile devices. Like, they're going to start managing all the current mobile games like Pokemon Unite and Pokemon Masters, along with the upcoming ones, so that the main Pokemon staff can focus more on the core games, which they need because we all know how Scarlet and Violet turned out. Those games are a laggy, glitchy mess, and I just wasn't a fan of them. And, you know, they're gonna need to work hard if they want Pokemon Legends ZA to run well on the console, and in turn do better among the fan base. Like, Pokemon Legends Arceus was pretty good, as were Sword and Shield. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl were a mess on ILCA's part, though I still love them for Diamond and Pearl at least getting a remake, so, whatever. So yeah, Pokemon has a new official studio now, Pokemon Works, which is fantastic to know. We all know that Nintendo announced the successor to the Nintendo Switch console, that it will be officially revealed at a later date. They said it would be by the end of the fiscal year, which is the end of March. And to tell you the truth, they're likely going to reveal the console in March, no sooner than. And I think Xenoblade Chronicles X being Shadow dropped in an announcement back in October was proof of that. Because they're still not even close to done with the normal Switch yet. And some credible sources are saying that Nintendo has no plans to announce it any sooner than the last minute. Some people think we'll have it by January or February. I'm betting that it's going to be March. No sooner than March. And no later than. Some people even rumored that it'll be announced at the Game Awards. Psst, yeah, you keep thinking that. They might announce some third-party games that will undoubtedly come out on the Switch successor. Definitely not the console itself. Come on, people, you can't be that stupid. They already have some games that are semi-confirmed to be coming out for the Switch successor, based on the developer's words. So, yeah. I'll be talking about my thoughts on the console in my own videos up ahead once we do get the official announcement. Just expect it later rather than sooner. Same as with Pokemon Legends ZA and whatever else is coming out that doesn't have a release date confirmed yet. If you're impatient, you get disappointed in the end. That's how life works. Masahiro Sakurai, the creator of the Super Smash Bros. Franchise. Couple of months ago, he uploaded the grand finale video on his YouTube channel before finishing up the channel entirely. And interestingly, he confirmed that there is a new game by him in development that started after Smash Ultimate was basically completed. The final character pack began development after Kazuya Mishima was completed, and then after Sora was completed, the playable character in the game, they started development on a new game that's being redacted at the moment, and he said we might see it sooner or later. All indications are that this will be a game on the Switch successor, if I were to guess. And it's been in development for about 3 years. If it got done after Sora was added to the game, which was around 3 years ago in October, it's been in development for 3 years. And he also said that the development is coming along better than he expected. So, what is this exactly? Will it be the next Super Smash Bros. Game on the Switch successor? Or will it be a reboot of an older Nintendo game like he did with Kid Icarus? We'll just have to wait and see. You can't expect it before it's officially confirmed. The final topic in this video that I really want to talk about is the Game Awards, which from this recording will be coming up in a week. We all know that the Game Awards ceremony is rigged. You know, Sonic Frontiers narrowly lost to Genshin Impact, and then Zelda Tears of the Kingdom didn't get nominated. So we got Sonic and Link ticked off and protesting. Meanwhile, Samus is rolling her eyes in indifference, because, if I remember right, Metroid Dread actually did win Game of the year it came out. And it deserved it, because that game was pretty cool. Interestingly, they discontinued selling that game in physical form, so now if you want it, you have to get it from the eShop. Not sure why Nintendo decided to do that. Anyways, the Game Awards should be watched for enjoyment, only for the value of game announcements. And for the most part, the Game Awards is focused on games for PlayStation and Xbox consoles, as opposed to Nintendo. Although I do believe Sephiroth in Smash was announced at the Game Awards. So, every so often, just, just to show you how much of a nut Jeff Keighley really is, they explained the rules of how the nominations works on their website before the Game Awards is to happen. And while they do let the public vote on what games they want to get nominated, the public only gets 10% of the calculated votes, and the judges in the studio get the other 90%. Just because they're fearful of imbalance with console exclusivities. Now, does that really sound like a fair judgment to you? No, it doesn't. So obviously the show's rigged, and, watch it only for the upcoming game announcements, whatever those may be. That's all I'm going to say here. So with that, we'll wrap up my discussion. I do have quite a bit planned for my channel, like discussion videos and showcasing my fan art and personal art, as well as some gaming long plays, like the ones I did on my channel already. So, If you enjoyed this, consider subscribing, and I'll bring out content as soon as I'm able to feel myself to do so. I do have a DeviantArt account that keeps me busy pretty much every single day with people, so that kind of slows me down a little bit. Though, I do enjoy making content and want to keep doing it going forward, so I'll be sure to bring out more up ahead. So that's going to be it for this video. I am Crolister, Master Opponent. Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing if you like the franchises I like Mega Man or Namco Arcade or Pokemon, games like those. And I'll see you on my next upload. Bye.